What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Gakis, and today we are going to be showcasing how to get the brand new Graviton Spike Exotic hand cannon just added into Destiny 2 within the Edge of Fate expansion. And so, let's get started. Alright, now the first thing you need to do is beat the entirety of the Edge of Fate campaign. And a word to the wise, it's a doozy. Like, it took us around 7 hours to complete with a couple of breaks, but all in one sitting. Now, we were on the legendary difficulty, and I do not believe you need to do this. You just need to beat the campaign in general, but yeah, it might take you a while. By the way, guys, as soon as I'm done this video, I'm making the legendary campaign guide, so make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss that one. But again, once you're done that campaign, as you can see, you pick up the exotic quest right here, and then you have a pop-up showcasing all the other things you have unlocked for beating the campaign. So, the first quest step is to talk to Lodi. Once you're done, you travel nearby and talk to the Emeritus. Then your exotic quest will update and you need to triangulate the location of the weapon piece using the Rosetta devices. So, on your destination map, you can actually see a circle of the approximate location you need to go. And often there's going to be a patrol travel area you can head to make the journey a lot quicker. So, once you load into this area, in this case, the stacks, then you're going to head forward and follow the destination marker on your screen. However, it's only going to do you so much good. You'll note that, and as you can see in the background gameplay, you will need to interact with the Kepler mechanics to get where you need to go. And this is true of both the Rosetta device and the weapon part that comes after. So I had to use the matter weave to create a bridge. You're often going to have to use the relocator cannons and the matter spark balls as well, guys. But as you continue to travel forward, eventually what you're going to find near this area, again, it won't be exact, but it'll tell you the rough location, is going to be a big mini boss minotaur called a Rosetta Sentry. You need to take this guy down because you need to kill this enemy to unlock the ability to interact with the Rosetta terminal, which is right here. So once you interact with this terminal, your exotic quest is going to update, and now you have to acquire the weapon piece. So open your destination map, and as you can see, it will tell you a more precise location of where to go. As you can see right here, like it's a green circle. So you're going to want to head towards this green circle on the map. You can run past pretty much all enemies until you get to that rough location. Now, in this instance, the first place we needed to go to, you need to get kind of inside this building. As you can see right here, I hop on the roof, and on the other side, you are going to have one of the devices that you power up with Matter Spark. Now remember, you can instantly summon Matter Spark just like your Sparrow once you're done that campaign because you've fully upgraded that ability. Then once I power that up, I head through this tunnel. There's another one to power up on the other side. And then finally, there's the last one right here. And actually this one unlocks a man cannon that shoots me up through there, and I can get kind of back to where I was. If you hit all three, the door is open, and as you can see, you get your first weapon part. After that, you head back to the Caldera area and talk to that Emeritus NPC. Once you do, your exotic quest is going to update, and now you have to triangulate the next weapon part in the gorge. So as you can see, you see that circle of the approximate area, and I travel to the closest nearby travel zone, and we head over there, guys. So initially we actually go the wrong way through the tunnel. You actually need to climb up this cliffside, as you can see, and continue forward through there. Eventually you will find this matter weave object, and that lets you interact and create this kind of bridge through this other room. And eventually, guys, you're going to keep going until you get what you're looking for, which is that Rosetta Sentry. You're kind of looking specifically for this particular enemy type. Then once you kill this guy, you head up and interact with the console right here. Once you do, then you're going to want to open your map, and you can see the highlighted location of the next weapon part. Now for this one, you're going to follow where I go in the background gameplay, guys. Again, make use of your matter ball that you can insta-summon to get through this area. And this is a bit of a puzzle here. So what you need to do is, again, you use your Matter Spark to get into this separate area. And in this area, what you're going to have is a big gorge, but in front of you is a wall. But as you can see, you can Matter Spark on the side of this wall, and there's like a special corridor that you can go with the Matter Spark. Now, on the other side of this corridor is a second room, and in this room is the Matter Weave ability, the destabilizing dark matter, stabilizing dark matter. Now, what you're going to need to do is, as you can see, you throw it at the tiny little object that is blocking your way with the matter ball. Then it will move out of the way, and that will let you continue forward into that first room with the gorge. And then in this room, you need to head still in your matter ball. You need to head into this small tunnel, and before you go all the way through, as you can see, there's a separate pathway to the right, so head through there, and that is what you need to go into, and you're going to matter weave the very last thing out of the way to get the weapon part. So importantly, you need to do all of this quick enough so that you still have your like matter weave ability to hit that like final barrier, so you can drop down and grab that weapon part, right? So you kind of need to do everything in quick succession. After that, guys, your quest is going to update. You head back to the caldera and talk to Lodi once more. Then your quest step is going to update, and now you have to head to another location to correlate the weapon part. So it's over to the far right of your map. You travel to the divide. This one's a bit tricky to get to. So as you can see, we make your way all the way down here until eventually you get to this area here where you have another train. You do not go through the train, guys. Although it kind of looks like you do, you actually don't. So instead, you're going to need to head off to the right, and there's a different portal that you actually use with your matter ball. So as you can see right here, again, like to the right of the train, the opposite direction of the train, you actually go into your matter ball, matter spark, and you head through here. And then when you get to this area, this is the correct way to go. So you're going to find the Rosetta Sentry here. So you're going to take this guy out and then activate the nearby terminal, as you can see. And at this point, you need to backtrack. Now, keep in mind, when you are backtracking and going through that portal that's only accessible while in Matter Spark, there's another Matter Spark portal right nearby. You can see we actually go through the wrong one. So if you do go through the wrong one, go back to the one that has the train, the one that you originally passed through, where I said don't go through the train yet. Now you are going through the train. So you head through there, and then as soon as you do get through, at the end of this hallway kind of area, you have the next weapon part. So you're going to interact with this, pick it up, and then you have to speak with that NPC, the Emeritus, in the main area. And once you do, then the quest step is going to update, and now you have to get Vex data fragments. So what we did is simply hung out around this area. Like, as you can see, there's a bunch of Vex nearby, and remember, yellow bars are going to drop way more of this data. Now, importantly, you don't just want to stay in this one particular area, even though enemies will literally spawn on top of you, which is kind of nice for farming Vex. But as you can see, nearby, there's actually something we can activate, this energy pulse, and that kind of starts a mini public event with a ton of Vex spawning, including a Vex boss that eventually does spawn. So we're able to farm the heck out of all of these Vex because we activated this object. So you may or may not have this object. I think it's kind of a randomly appearing spawning thing, but if you do have it, absolutely activate it because it's much easier progress. At this point, again, we're just kind of moving around. Once the Vex have been exhausted in the one area, we kind of go in the back area. There's more that spawn here. There's a mini boss that spawns down on this other area, kind of on the other side of that main area. And so that's a great way to get some more fragments. And really it's just hanging around here and slaying out on Vex. Of course, you can head to a completely different area of Kepler to get your data fragments wherever you think the most Vex are going to be. It doesn't really matter. We ended up just sticking around nearby, and again, it went pretty darn fast. Once you pick up enough fragments, then your quest step is going to update and you have to get another weapon piece. So you're going to check your map once more, and you'll have to head just north of where you are. So we fast traveled to the campus area right here, and we encountered a bunch of Vex in front of us, so we slayed out on them, and then we activated this Rosetta terminal just to continue forward. And then we're gonna get to this area here, and this is kind of where the puzzle takes place. So you want to be shooting these like fallen objects, and that is going to like take down shields and let you actually interact with certain things. And the marker is telling you that you want to head down this tunnel because there is a relocator cannon object you need to shoot in here. But where is the relocator cannon? Took us a little bit to find, guys, but it's actually in the very middle of this area. Once you're done slaying out on Vex, as you can see right here, it is actually hoisted up by this crane. So you're going to need to find the nearby dark matter weave object, which is actually located in this kind of corner right here. Interact with it, throw it at this shipping container crate being held up by the crane, and grab the relocator cannon from there. Once you do, you head back finally down that tunnel where it's telling you to go, shoot this teleporter, and then on the other side, guys, you are going to find the final weapon part. Once you have this, you go back to the main area and talk to Lodi once more, and then you get a bit of an interesting quest step. So what you need to do is assemble the weapon using the sieve, however the heck you say this. This is a special activity that is associated with Kepler that you can only get after the campaign, and it appears occasionally. So you can see right here, when I look on the map, here is the sieve, and it's not available for another minute. So I'm not sure how long it's not available. Hopefully not too long. We might have just lucked out and it just happened to be coming up in a minute for us, but note, it's not always available. Now, when it is available, as you can see, it's going to be launchable from this like flag. You head over to it, you click start mission, and you just start going. I believe there's matchmaking available for this activity. So what the heck do you do with this activity? Well, it's going to take place in this same location, like the main village area where Lodi hangs out and stuff. And you are going to need to head over to a certain location, plant a drill, and you're going to just need to slay out on enemies. Importantly, guys, some of these servitors will be protected by shields that you can only lower by going into the Matter Spark and using your super ability against these servitors. That will break down those immunity shields and you can actually take them out. So usually like one person should always be in Matter Spark just because of how many of these servitors spawn, and they can just constantly be supering them while the other two are just slaying out on enemies. Now you are going to have other things happen, like shields are going to block the drill where you have to kill more powerful enemies to lower them down again and all this stuff, but you are really just like protecting the drill. You are killing as many adds as you can, guys, and then eventually once you have completed this activity, once you have mined enough of this dark matter, boom, in the reward chest you are going to get your Graviton Spike. Now remember, it is craftable, so make sure to get the Deep Sight Harmonizer version off of it so you unlock the pattern as well. And at this point, guys, you have officially acquired the usable version of this exotic. Keep in mind that you've just completed this activity, however, it's now going to essentially upgrade this activity and a massive brig boss is going to spawn. This is outside of the scope of this exotic quest. Like, we ended up killing this guy. It took a little bit, actually. It didn't give us any more exotic parts or an exotic catalyst or anything weird like that. So it's just completely optional, but you are going to get a lot of loot if you do eventually take this guy down. If you want to see a full guide on this Sieve activity and all that stuff and how to farm it, let me know in the comment section down below. But that is going to be how to acquire your Graviton Spike. And of course, there's going to be more videos about how to get all of the catalysts and upgrades for this thing once we have them all. But there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this brand new exotic. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.